this stabbing was going to get me control over Gary's assets.
Tyler Perry's Sistas.
Okay, so I went back and rewatched the conversation that Marie was having over the phone with the one judge. Essentially, we know Hayden went over to Marie's hotel room and he asked, hey, look, I know you have a lot of connections and whatnot, so is there any way you could talk to a judge to overturn Hudson's power of attorney over Gary Border's assets? And it's like, just doing it for Gary, no big deal. And then in order to get this favor, he's going to have sex with her, basically rock her world. And essentially he did. And he leaves, and then she makes the phone call and basically does a heel turn. She says, like, hey, you know about the whole power of attorney thing that Mr. Hudson has over Gary? Yeah. Well, there are some parties who are trying to overturn it, and I can't let that happen. And then it looks like, even though we don't know what's stated over the phone, we know that Marie is happy by the end result and says, sorry, Hayden. So it seems like she's not going to fulfill her promise to him after what he did for her. And now that's going to just suck as he goes into the next episode and Andy makes partner. He finds out Marie double-crossed him and he got his ass whooped because of Tamara mouthing off to Fatima and Madam. But we see Marie in the promo for next week going, that stabbing was going to give me control over Gary's assets. And it's like, okay, based off the way she's saying this and the way she's pointing condescendingly at somebody, it leads me to believe that in her hotel room, we are allegedly going to be seeing Marie chewing out the person responsible for the stabbing. Now, given the fact that she says, I cannot have the power of attorney thing overturned with Hudson, a lot of people seem to be pointing to Hudson being the person in this room, which could explain his periodic absences from the hospital. Obviously, the man has to go home and sleep and shower and change clothes, but maybe he makes periodic visits to Marie to discuss their plan. Now, why is this happening? I mean, Marie did tell Andy in the season 7 finale, don't worry, I'll handle it. And some people look at it as, okay, if Marie takes control of Gary's assets and everything, this could be like, the waiting game of revenge, where it's like her getting back what she invested into his company when he first started, but then he ended up blowing the money or something like that. So that could be it. Or just a way to stick it to Gary by, sabotaging his wedding to Andy. Yeah, all I'm saying is these last few episodes better do a hell of a job explaining how everything came together, because good Lord. So my hunch is Jasmine, maybe, but then again here, and I theorized that with her being a billionaire and whatnot, maybe she used her connections to get Jasmine released out of jail, and the caveat being you have to take out Gary. She does it and fails, and then that leads to, okay, we need to take him out. How about somebody drug his IV? And people say Hudson did it because we see that the skin on the wrist was a white Caucasian looking complexion, so people speculate it was Hudson who was dressed in this, in ski mask and all, and did that to take him out, but it didn't work. And I have no idea what's going on. I mean, I don't think Ethan, the guy who was like the undercover dude under Jordan's campaign to sabotage him, I don't think he did it. But then again, this could be the person she's chewing out. I have no earthly idea. But next week, we might actually find out something. Maybe. But yeah, Marie double-crossed Hayden. She has no plan of overturning Hudson's power of attorney, meaning that, well, Nurse Erica, so much for getting your student loans paid. And so who do you think it is? Is it Hudson? Is it Jasmine? Is it Ethan? Is it Hayden? Is it Tamara? Who do you think it is? Let's talk about it in the comment section below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.